Ben has unlocked the secrets of understanding how our minds control our business and daily lives. Inside each episode, Ben shares his proven, actionable items, tips, and secrets to managing the supercomputer between your ears so you can build and develop your business and start living the life you desire and deserve. This is Practical Psychology for Business with Benjamin Halpern.
Hi, and welcome to today's podcast titled Love. Love is the foundation of every tradition, every religion. As an Orthodox Jew, one of the first things we say every single day, and we're commanded to say it every single morning and every single evening, is we love God with our heart, with our full soul, and all our finances. With everything we got. It's love. Love drives. The reason why it's a cornerstone of every faith is because love drives everything. It drives your health, it drives your wealth, it drives your relationships, it drives your success in every area of life. You see, the reason why people are not so aware of the power and the necessity and the effect that love has in their life is because it's invisible. Well, so are some of the most powerful things that affect us, right? Gravity, hatred. These are all visible forces that totally change societies, affect our lives every day of our lives. Well, so is love. You need to learn to use the power of love to your strength, because the reality of life is that if you love somebody, it's contagious. It affects them. They will not be able to hate you. You know, we have all these different stories that I've heard when I was a child from my grandmother, and different Talmudic stories that describe when somebody was in a situation where somebody's running across them with a knife to kill them, and in their heart they imagine that they love that person fully. That person just couldn't do it and said, what did you do that made me not be able to do it? It's this truth and reality to that idea that if you love somebody, they're forced to love you back. It's like the law of reciprocation. It's just the way it's inborn in us. A child loves back a person that loves them. They don't have to learn how to do that. So it's the same thing with our client, somebody we're in a relationship with, somebody we want to affect, whether it's a child, whether it's a parent, whether it's a peer, whether it's an employee. We can do that with love. If you feel love in your heart for that person will feel that way back. And we take information, we trust, we want to do business, we want to hang out with people that we love. Okay, so it's important to recognize that power. How can you utilize it and empower yourself? You need to, number one, love yourself. If you don't love yourself, it's very, very hard to send love. The way I like to think of it is if your cup is full of love, it can then spill over onto other people. But if your cup's empty, there's no love to send further. So you need to revel and live in love. The way we do it as Jews, we live in love towards God. We start our day off and we try to connect with that emotion of love. And in order for us to love God, we need to love ourselves. And to really be in touch with that feeling, we prime ourselves with that. When we get up, we prime ourselves before we go to sleep. It's a vital part of our religious practice. But it's something that everybody needs to learn to do. You should always be primed in the emotion of love. Love towards your family, spouse, children, brothers, sisters, siblings, cousins, people you do business with, people that you meet on the street, people that live on your block. I mean, literally, I prime myself every single day doing this type of exercise where I imagine, love coming into me and then leaving my heart. It's not my own idea. I heard this from one of the big giants, but I send out love from my heart when I start my day to everybody I'm going to meet, to everybody in my neighborhood, everybody in my block, everybody that ever came into contact with me. And it's powerful. It's effective. First of all, I love the place where I'm in. I'm sending this out to you, and I'm in a place of love when I share this with you. And I'm sure that it's different than if I wasn't here for you to hear this message from me. When you're in a place of love in your heart, your message goes over differently. People respond to it differently. It affects them differently. So living in a place of love, true love, serving people, and whatever you do for business out of love. Yeah, you provide a product or service, but if you provide a product or service with love, it's a whole different thing than if you don't. I remember when I used to come home and comment my grandmother and my mother on their good food. I asked, how did you pull this off? And they would always say that their secret ingredient is love. And there's truth to that. It's different food. You know, my kids love homemade food versus takeout food. And I would venture to say that takeout food a lot of times is tastier because they put in things that would never be put in at home. Yet my kids would never trade one for the other. It's disappointing if they don't have fresh food at home because that love is a true ingredient that makes food taste better, makes everything in life better. Connect with love, get used to using love, and you will create a life that you desire and you truly deserve quicker. For more information, free content, visit my website, benjaminhalpern.com today.